My name is Kelvi, and this is my first live show. I just came on live to quickly let you guys know why I started my YouTube channel 7 months ago and what motivates me. All my life, I have always wanted to have opportunity to speak more about myself, and I've always helped people a lot. And I discover that the best way was to come out on live and come out on YouTube and share my opinion and share my encouragement on people. I choose the relationship because I have always have a relationship that was stressful for me. All my relationship have always been my disadvantage, and I managed to bounce myself back. And since then, I have learned that there might be thousands like me who are also having this same problem. So I decided to start my YouTube channel and see if I can assist people who are also facing these conditions like me. My today topic will be very simple and will be something you all have possibly heard of. Is unhappy relationship. What makes relationship? What makes people unhappy in their relationship? People like me who were disadvantaged in a relationship were facing these challenges just like I do. And it has not been easy for many of them like me. All my life, all my relationship I was always having this trouble, and always have been the one not having a successful relationship. This was the reason I opened this channel. Well, today's topic, like you all know, is unhappy relationship. What makes people unhappy in their relationship? One of the reasons that makes people unhappy in their relationship is poor communication. Poor communication will make you not to be unhappy in your relationship. This is one reason why people are always unhappy. If you have a partner, you have a girlfriend, you have a boyfriend, you guys are not communicating. It's one negative reason what will make a relationship break. You have to try your best to communicate with your partner. No matter what things is going on, no matter what is going on, try your best to communicate with your partner. Speak out. Don't be shy. Don't be afraid to speak. I have faced this same condition for years. I was afraid to still speak because thinking uh, I might lose her, thinking I'm going to have, she might leave me for another man. No, a relationship is a dialogue. Love might be the first thing, but dialogue is the most important thing in a relationship. If you have any struggle, if you have any issue in your relationship, speak to your partner. For those of you who are just coming, my name is Kevi, and we are talking about unhappy relationship. I was using myself as an example what I faced in a relationship when I was dating years ago, how I have come across struggles in a relationship. And the best way in resolving this unhappy relationship is through communication. Communication is the best way to resolve this unhappy relationship. If you are unhappy in your relationship, I think the best thing you should do is to communicate with your partner. Try to communicate. Try to communicate. When you communicate, it makes it easy. Both of you can have a dialogue. Both of you can share some interest that will make him or her understand. Except you are with a person who is actually doing micromanagement in a relationship. When you have someone who is doing micromanagement in a relationship, this is where they don't listen to you, they don't want to hear your side. The best way to manage a relationship is through communication. And one of the other reasons that could affect a relationship would be constant conflict. When you are arguing with each other every day, you are fighting. To see, no one is ready to understand or listen to the other person. This makes it very, very bad. A relationship is a dialogue. A relationship should be where conflicts happen. You try to use that opportunity to bring in new important things in your relationship. When there is dialogue in a relationship, things are easy. Like I said, for those of you who are just joining, we are talking about unhappy relationship. A relationship is a struggle. Getting to know your partner very well after you guys just started dating is a struggle. But the things that make it unhappy is what we are actually discussing this evening. Unhappy relationship, like I said, the first one is poor lack of communication. You should try to communicate with your partner no matter how it is. When you communicate, things are easier. You both try to understand one thing or the other. Thank you, James. I just saw your message here. Thank you for that. The second one is constant argument. What is bringing this argument? Just because you guys are not trying to understand each other. When you understand your partner, things are easy. It's very rare to find someone who will 100% dialogue with everything you are doing. Unhappy relationship did not just start from the day you guys met. Unhappy relationship possibly start when there was some mistrust or argument, that unresolved issue. This is what starts unhappy relationship. When you have a relationship, find the best way. The best way to handle it is to try and communicate. For those of you who have just joined in, we are talking about what makes a relationship unhappy. The first one I listed out was poor communication. When there is poor communication in a relationship, there is no dialogue. And the second one is constant argument, constant conflict. You can't continue having conflicts every time in a relationship. When there is no communication, it leads to conflict in a relationship. Then the third one is diminished interest. What is diminished interest? When love is dying, love is diminishing. No, both parties are lacking interest for each other. So how do you handle this in a relationship? This is one of the things that make a relationship unhappy. When there's diminished interest, when there is lack of interest for both parties, when there is lack of communication, when there is poor communication, when there is lack of conflict, every time argument, you don't find your partner interested anymore. These are the things that cause unhappy relationship. So how do you deal with this? Like I said, for those of you who have just joined, the topic is what make a relationship unhappy. So unhappy relationship could be lack of communication. When there's no communication between two couples, between two boyfriend and girlfriend, between two persons, between partners, this lack of communication can result to unhappy relationship. How do you handle unhappy relationship? The only way you can handle unhappy relationship is when you have interest. You have to have interest with your partner. Yes, Mrs. Priscilla is asking what about when the partner speak but nothing change. Yes, there are things that doesn't change even when you speak. If you follow me from the beginning, I said it, I had this issue when I was in my second, let's just say my past relationship. You keep speaking, they don't understand. They don't want to understand. Then you now have reason to think of your personal care. Think of your personal care, because when you concentrate on your personal care, they will see your changes. How did they see your changes? You concentrate on yourself. You find something that makes you happy. If you are the type who like to go to gym, if you are the type who like to do some exercise, if you are the type who wants to, if you do your personal care, they see the way you are improving, they will come back to you. Because before this unhappiness came to that relationship, they saw something interested in you. That's why you guys were together. Now you concentrate on your personal care. I will come out with a topic on how to be the best of yourself. When you come out with your personal care, this person will be seeing a different person in you. They will quickly come back to you. If you speak, you have communicate, and the poor unhealthy is still coming and or happiness is still coming, find a way to concentrate on your personal care. Okay? So, like I was saying, we are talking about unhealthy relationship, unhappy relationship. We were talking what is the reason that cause unhappy relationship? Poor communication, constant arguing, constant conflict, constant misunderstanding, poor interest on each other. This is the first three I have listed. The third one is the fourth one will be lack of loss of trust. Loss of trust. This could be one of the reasons why the relationship is becoming unhappy. Loss of trust could be one of the reasons why the relationship is unhappy. When trust is lost, relationship is gone. It takes the grace to bring it back. So when you have unhappy relationship, the first thing you should do is to communicate. Communicate. Do your best to communicate, because if you watch most of my video, communication is the key in anything you are doing. If you are looking for a job, if you are going for an interview, the first thing they want to see in you is communication. The same thing in relationship. Try to put your relationship with communication. If there is misunderstanding, communicate. What brings loss of trust is lack of communication. When you guys don't communicate, trust begin to be bigger between you two. When you don't communicate, you are no more having time to understand each other very well. When you don't communicate, possibly one is already having much important thing he or she is engaging on. When you communicate, if they want to speak with you, they will definitely open up to you. Then the fifth one will be lack of intimacy. Lack of intimacy. We just had 3 days ago now, Valentine, and everywhere on social media, in the whole world, on television, you go to the street, you see people exchanging flower, trying to exchange commitment. Valentine wasn't all about it's exchange of commitment. You are telling your partner, I still do love you. This is what that few days on the 14th of February actually mean. Exchanging commitment, exchanging, renewing vows, trying to communicate with your partner, even with a little gift. You are telling them, I appreciate your time you have spent with me. So this can, if you don't have all this in a relationship, it will diminish the relationship. It will also reduce this lack of intimacy. And when this lack of intimacy has entered relationship deeply, it can affect one of the one of the person, and it can lead them to cheating. So the best way you do when you are having unhealthy relationship, tries to keep all these things going. Try to make your partner at least once in a while. You try to make sure there is intimacy. Intimacy is one of the things that bring two couples together, bring partners together. Maybe if the person is not the talking type, after intimacy, they might be able to open up and talk. I was angry with you, and now I'll be able to tell you what's going on. I faced this in all my past relationship. I talked a lot, but sometimes you find a partner who don't communicate. When there is issue, they don't want to say anything. They just assume it's going to be solved. Nothing solve conflict when you don't communicate. And when there is no communication in a relationship, it makes it unhappy. When there is no communication in a relationship, it makes it unhealthy. When there is no communication in a relationship, it actually diminish so many things like intimacy, interest, no more share goals. If I have something currently in my working place, I won't be able to share with you because lack of communication has come into the relationship. Then one of the other things that could also make relationship unhappy is lack of shared interest. I was in cinema last week and I went with my partner. Then this was her film she likes to watch. I was really interested in that film, but I did it for her. So you have to try and know what your partner like, know what makes him or her happy. Find out their interests. When you don't know what they like, it actually bring a relationship to unhappiness. Lack of shared interest. One is watching film. Another one is saying, I was supposed to watch a sport. One is playing music. The other one will say, I was supposed to be reading news. When you don't have same interest, yeah, there are some couples you don't have same interest, but you should try and compromise. That's what's all about relationship. Compromising some certain thing to please her or to please him. Hello, for those of you who are just joining, we are currently on unhappy relationship. I just list out some few certain things that can make a relationship unhappy, which is communication and constant conflict, constant argument, and share diminish intimacy, and lack of trust. And I was just talking about share interest, one of the reasons that can make a relationship unhappy. So if you are having an unhappy relationship, I will advise you try and put communication forward. Like my friend said here, if you communicate, what of if you communicate and your partner but not change? Yeah, that's what you said. So what do you do when you have a partner who is adamant, they don't change? You do what is called self personal care. If you are not pulling out of the relationship, concentrate on your personal care. If you concentrate on your personal care, I tell you, give them maximum 3 months. They will see your changes. What are your personal care you can do? Find your interest. Go back to your personality. Sometimes when you are in a relationship, you don't have time for yourself. But go back to your past. Find those things that make you happy. Concentrate on them. Just assume you are not leaving them. It's like they are losing interest on you. You concentrate on yourself. Find what makes you look happy. When they see your happiness, they will come back and show interest on you. So we're talking about what make a relationship unhappy. One of the major reasons that make a relationship unhappy is poor communication. Now, feeling trapped in a relationship can also make a relationship unhappy. You feel this is not the right person I should date. You feel, why am I here? Sense of helplessness. Sense of helplessness. You are seeing yourself like, why am I here? Sometimes, if you ask yourself this same question again, you might be feeling this is not the right place for me. If you go back to your thoughts, you will see that you once loved this person. So why can't you build that unhappiness to make sure things come back to normal? We are not talking about, because one person cannot just create a relationship to make it unhappy. You might also have some things you are also introducing on it that you are not aware of. Go back to yourself, ask some few questions. Why is my relationship unhappy? What can I do to make my relationship come back to the way I dreamt of love, the way I see love and relationship on movies? You can actually do more research on yourself, finding out what can I do? What am I losing? Why am I trapped in this relationship? You are not trapped, my dear. It's not. What you need to do is to communicate with your partner. No matter how, even a narcissist partner, sometimes they listen. Like I said, keep communicating. If they are not trying to also put in their effort, then you go back to your personal self-care. If you go back to your self-care, these guys will see the changes on you. They will start showing interest. They will start trying to align with your decision in the with your decision in the relationship. You try and make sure your personal self-care, concentrate on yourself, find what make you happy. Do the things that you used to do. Go out yourself, keeping yourself fit. If it's gym you like, if you like to go out for movies, anything that makes you happy. When they see the way you are happy, they will definitely try to come back and say, what can we do to make our relationship come back to the way you are happy? So these 5 things I just listed now: poor communication, constant conflict, argument, diminished intimacy, loss of interest, lack of shared interest, feeling trapped in a relationship. If any of these apply in your relationship, try to make sure you communicate. I give myself as an example. If you were with me at the beginning, I said I had a relationship. I was not happy. I was going through I was going through torture in my relationship. And I felt, what's going on? What should I do? I went back to my personal care. I went back to my motivation. What will I make myself to be happy about? And I was happy. When they saw me, they realized that I am moving on. And before they could realize and think to come back to their self, I have moved on. So I am telling you, the only way to reignite your relationship, to make your relationship happy and healthy, is through communication. Communication is the key. Keep your relationship based on communication. Actually, I presume to stay on live for just 30 minutes today. And I thank you guys who are actually managed to hook up. This is my first time. And I will be coming regularly now. I will be coming up with some perfect and lovely topic that can assist any one of us in directing and assisting our relationship as we do and continue our daily journey. I'm very happy for most of you who managed to join me online, and I am still improving on my communication skill. Like I said, I love how I manage to speak to people, being able to share my experience in life on YouTube. This is what made me join YouTube. And I am so happy for you guys who were with me online. And the topic was unhappy relationship. The only way to make your unhappy relationship happy is by communication. Increase your interest on your personal care. Once you increase your interest on your personal care, they will definitely see you coming again. They will try to understand that you are very important in their life. Thank you guys, and I hope to see you guys again very soon. Thank you very much for your joining me on this live YouTube. I am so happy. Thank you very much, Priscilla. I know it's not always easy. I will come back again with how to confront a relationship that is unhappy. And I will come back with how to concentrate on your best interests. Thank you for your time, and I hope to see you guys very soon. Bye. Thank you.